Let us discuss the last few topics of the metals and non-metals related to the syllabus of 21-22. First term you have to understand is anodizing. Anodizing. What do you mean by anodizing? Now, making a layer of aluminium oxide over the surface of aluminium with the help of electricity is called anodizing. सिंपल शब्दों में कहें, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी की मदद से एल्यूमिनियम के सरफेस पे एल्यूमिनियम ऑक्साइड की लेयर बना देना। लेकिन यूजली तो हम अवॉइड करते हैं कि किसी मेटल के ऊपर ऑक्साइड की लेयर ना बने। इन दिस केस commercially we make aluminium oxide layer over the surface of aluminium. Why so? Now let's take an example of iron. If the surface of the iron is being oxidized with the oxygen moisture, then the surface is porous in nature. Porous means it is having pores in it, right? Then these pore exposes the lower layers of the iron. That way whole of the iron got rusted. That is not feasible in the case of iron. But aluminium oxide layer is basically a very thin layer and is a non-porous. There is no pores on the surface of aluminium. That means this aluminium oxide layer over the surface of aluminium saves the lower layers from the atmosphere. So when aluminium sheets are being prepared commercially, they are anodized, means they are exposed to the oxygen with electricity to form a layer of non-porous aluminium oxide, which save the lower layers of aluminium from getting oxidized. So when it reaches to the destiny, the upper layer is removed by rubbing it, and then the lower layer, shining layer, comes out, which is being utilized for making different kind of articles. So this is anodizing, remember that. The second topic is aqua regia or royal water. Aqua regia or royal water. Aqua regia or royal water. This is basically a combination or a solution of hydrochloric acid and nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. Means hydrochloric acid and nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1 is taken. This solution is called as aqua regia or royal water. Now what is its purpose? Aqua regia actually can be used for diluting or liquefying the metals like gold or platinum. Usually after a long time, gold actually becomes non-shining after a very, very long time, as it is non-reactive, but it still loses its shine if it is exposed for a longer period of time. In that case, this aqua regia is being utilized. What does it does? Let's see the chemical equation. Now 3:1 hydrochloric acid and nitric acid is taken. It forms a nitrosyl chloride. And chlorine is also being liberated with water, right? This is the chlorine which is freshly evolved chlorine called as nascent chlorine. Now this chlorine actually combines with the gold, which is actually Au aurum, and this chlorine combined to form aurum chloride. Aurum is the Latin name of the gold, aurum chloride. The same is done with the platinum. Platinum layer also can be removed. The dull layer of the platinum also can be removed by reacting with the chlorine to form platinic chloride. Platinic chloride. So this aqua regia is used to remove the upper dull layer of aurum, means gold or platinum. So these are the two topics which are related to metals and non-metals. Now we will discuss the electrovalent compounds, or we can say reaction of metal with non-metals. Reaction of metals with non-metals. Now see, metal loses electrons. Metals loses electron. We know that. Loses electron. And non-metal on the other side gains electrons. Gains electron. Metal, while losing the electron, become positively charged cation, and non-metal, while gaining the electron, become negatively charged anion. Correct? So these positively charged cation plus anion forms a salt. Right? And this kind of bond which is being formed by gaining and losing of electron is called electrovalent bond, or also can be called as ionic bond. Ionic bond. Correct? Let us understand it more clearly by taking an example. Now, sodium is a metal. Its atomic number is 11, right? So its EC is 281. It is going to lose one electron. When it loses one electron, it becomes 2,8 in configuration. That is stable, but it is not now an atom. It is called as sodium plus cation or sodium plus ion. The same way, the chlorine, the atomic number is 17. Its EC is 287. It is also not stable because 8 electrons are not present in the valence shell. So it will gain this one electron lost by sodium, and the configuration will become 288. In this case, chlorine will now won't be an atom, it will be ion with a negative charge. So sodium positive cation and chlorine negative anion combines to produce sodium chloride salt. So the bond between the sodium and chlorine is electrovalent or ionic bond, right? Remember that. So let us understand the physical nature of the salt prepared by cation and anion, means metals and non-metals. Physical nature of salt prepared by reaction of metals and non-metals. We also can say when metals and non-metals react, they form cations and anions or electrovalent compound. What is the physical nature? Let's see. Now, in this, usually these all salts which are produced by reaction of metal and non-metals are solid in nature, and they form a three-dimensional structure in which each sodium means sodium cation is covered from all the side by chlorine anion, and each chlorine is covered from all side by cation, that is sodium cation. So this way it forms a three-dimensional structure. You have to imagine all the side. Three-dimensional means from all the side the same structure will be formed. In solid state, the force of attraction between the sodium and chlorine is so hard, so strong that they do not actually leave each other and do not behave as an ion also. So in the solid state, they are not behaving as an ion, so no conduction of electricity will take place. But in case if this sodium chloride is dissolved in water, they are usually soluble in water, so they form an aqueous solution of sodium chloride. In dissolving water, actually it releases sodium ions and chlorine ion. This release of sodium ion and chlorine ion in water is called dissociation. Right. Now this aqueous solution of sodium chloride, which is having sodium plus and chlorine ions, is going to conduct electricity because positive and negative charges are there. So remember, electrovalent compound are strong bond structure which is being formed, and it forms a salt which can be dissolved in water to form aqueous solution of that particular salt, and it can conduct electricity. Those solutions which conduct electricity are called electrolyte. So we can say the compound made by metals and non-metals, or by electrovalent bond or by ionic bond, can conduct electricity when they are in the aqueous solution form, but not in the three-dimensional, that is solid structure. Solid structure में ये electricity को नहीं conduct करेंगे. So these are the three topics which are related to this particular syllabus. While going to the metals and non-metals, please go through these three topics: anodizing, aqua regia or royal water, and then the physical nature as well as the aqueous solution nature of electrovalent compound, and what is their specialty. Means they can act like electrolyte when basically they are in solution form, aqueous solution form. They are dissolved in water. Thank you very much. I hope it will help you.